I'm just a guy who loves Disney and has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. Pretty even week for me this week, guys. Went back to work, had to deal with all that, but it's fun. It was an okay week. It was a short week actually because we had some stuff to do at work. But I wound up seeing Jurassic World again, so that's still a solid movie. I still urge you guys to go see that, even though it is Universal. I still think it's a great movie. Another movie came out, Disney, Inside Out. I was going to review it today, but I didn't see it yet, and I want to see it sometime later this week, and I'll review it next week for you. I'm really looking forward to it. I've heard good things, and I can't wait to go check it out. So it's in theaters now in 2D and Disney 3D, so check that out. Cool stuff. Inside Out, starring Amy Poehler, Mindy Kaling, all these other guys. Really good stuff. Really, really good. Disney Pixar, actually. There you go. Disney Pixar. Okay, just real quick, I want to get this out of the way. The Where in the Land answer from last week was the Mickey's Soundsational Parade. It's a very, very fun parade. It's cool for Disneyland, and I'll talk about that at a different time. But yes, it was the Mickey's Soundsational Parade. So, pretty much the only other thing I'm doing really right now is I'm enjoying my summer. For all the kids out there who aren't really doing anything, so just go out and have a good time. Go outside, run around, play, and enjoy your summer. Or go to Disney World. That's it's a good thing. Parents, it's a good time. Well, to go to Disney World. It's a little warm, so bring a little buy your spray fan thing there. You got to do that. You definitely got to do that. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me this week. Let's get right to the news. Disney has filed plans to begin working on demolishing the Walt Disney World Speedway and to start work on expanding the Magic Kingdom parking lot at the Transportation and Ticket Center. Disney had announced back in February that both the Richard Petty driving experience and the exotic driving experience would both be closing to make way for transportation improvements. With the addition of the new Fantasyland, the park's increased guest count and parking at the Ticket and Transportation Center has become a problem, sometimes reaching capacity before the park itself reaches capacity, which is amazing. The expansion of the parking lot should help in regard to that issue. Roadway improvements in the area are also expected, with Disney already underway with a project to add traffic lights to a frequently congested area near the parking plaza. So Disney's working on that stuff, there's obviously been a lot more people going to Walt Disney World, and they're working on that, working on it. Splash Mountain has been added to the Magic Kingdom evening Extra Magic Hours lineup. Although the Extra Magic Hours lineup has varied over the years, Splash Mountain has surprisingly not been in the lineup for several years now, so it's back. Splash Mountain remains unavailable during morning Extra Magic Hours, so keep that in mind. The refurbishment of the Flame Tree Barbecue at Disney's Animal Kingdom has once again been extended, but not for long. Originally planned to open in April, then several other later dates. The refurbishment is now set to be complete on June 29th for a grand reopening date of July 1st. Following its closure on January 5th, the remodel is expected to bring a number of improvements to the restaurant's outdoor seating area. So they're really doing a whole bunch of stuff. I believe they're covering it, trying to make it easier for people, so that should be pretty cool. At Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, the Casitas Leisure Pool, the La Vida Health Club, and the Casa de Belleza Salon. Oh, that's tough to say. Casa de Belleza? Belleza? Two L's? Just is that the at the Casa de Belleza Salon are closing for a lengthy refurbishment. The closure begins on July 5th through to October 12th. With a planned reopening to guests on October 13th. During the refurbishment, the resort's other pools will remain open as normal, so keep that in mind. And finally, Epcot's Living with the Land boat ride will be closing for a short refurbishment in September. The closure begins on September 8th and runs through to September 17th. reopening to guests on September 18th. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're going down. So that's the news for this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Now, it's June, so I'm trying to do some summery things. I got a lot of stuff, you know, planned for July and all that stuff. But June always was my, like, summer stuff. You know, beginning of summer, let's talk about some summery things. And cool, you know, well, during the summer, you want to think cool. You want to think cold stuff because it gets, you know, it gets a little warm depending on where you are. But especially down in Disney World where it does get very warm. So you want to constantly think cool thoughts, you know, chilly thoughts and everything. But if you're, you know, if you're having a tough time doing that, one of the best places or best things to get while down in Walt Disney World or Disneyland is a Dole Whip float. If you don't know what that is, well, Dole Whip is just a fantastic frozen concoction, and I'll get more into that later. But the best place to get that is the, especially if you're in Disneyland, which is what I'm going to be talking about today, is the Tiki Juice Bar in Adventureland. Now, I'm not going to talk about what they thought about it in the thing because this is a restaurant, so don't worry about that. I'm sure they thought it was good too because of the Dole Whip. Now, there are only 3 places that actually serve Dole Whip outside of the actual Dole processing plant in Hawaii. In Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, they obviously have it over there in Adventureland, and then also the Polynesian Resort, they serve Dole Whip there. And the only place to get Dole Whip in the Disneyland Resort is the Tiki Juice Bar. Now, this is located right next to the Enchanted Tiki Room. This is right at the entrance. It's where you should see a line. There's often a long line because people love Dole Whip. And that is exactly pretty much what this place serves. This place is, just like the Enchanted Tiki Room, is sponsored by the Dole Corporation, which, you know, that's where all of your bananas come from and your pineapples and everything. So it's really cool. They actually serve the Dole Whip on both sides, so if you go into the Enchanted Tiki Room wait area, you can get a Dole Whip there. Although if you do go in, it's really tough to get out. They want, you know, they don't want people lining up on both sides and going in and then cluttering up that space if you're not planning on going to see the Enchanted Tiki Room show. So you know, stay on the one side if you're not planning on going to see the Enchanted Tiki Room. But like I said, this place serves Dole Whip. It also serves pineapple spears, which is basically a little thing of pineapples on a stick. Pineapple on a stick. Serves pineapple juice, and then the ever famous pineapple juice Dole Whip float. That is the big thing. Where basically they take pineapple juice and then they pour some Dole Whip in it, and it's great. It's just fantastic. And that is, Dole Whip has become one of those things. It's become a legend in and of itself. People love it, and people who go to Disney World a lot, this is one of the things that they have to get each and every single time they go down, unless they're allergic to pineapple or citrus. In which case, don't get that because you might get hurt, and we don't want that. But you're missing some good stuff there, unfortunately. I don't need to rub that in. I'm sure you know citrus and stuff like that. Vitamin C, good stuff. Now, Dole Whip is actually a whipped kind of soft serve sort of thing that is made from pineapple juice. It's all natural. It is vegan friendly. They actually recently changed it over so that Dole Whip is a completely natural substance. There is no meat or anything. Like the thing that makes it, aside from the whipping, but the thing that makes it kind of a semi-solid used to be an animal protein, but now it's not. It's a synthetic protein, so it's completely dairy-free. It's a vegan food. It's considered a vegan food. Although if you do get the vanilla Dole Whip, which is served, I think, at the Polynesian, not at Disneyland, that still has some dairy in it, so you don't want to get that. But the original Dole Whip is completely animal free, so it's just, literally they take the pineapple juice, put in some magic and pixie dust and whip it up, and then you eat it and you go, awesome. That's great. Now, like I said, Dole Whip is a legend, and it's one of those things that pretty much everybody has to get when going down to Disney World. My brother is a big pineapple fan. He loves to eat pineapple, loves pineapple juice and everything, and he had no idea of what Dole Whip was before we went to Disneyland. And I said, Nathan, when you go over to Disneyland, we got to get you a Dole Whip. He goes, what's a Dole Whip? And I told him all the stuff that I told you. And he said, oh my God, that sounds delicious. He literally did it like that. Oh my God, that sounds delicious. And so we get over there. I think it was our second day. We finally hit. I was like, Nathan, that's where the Dole Whips are. He goes, let's go get one. The line was a little long, but it does go pretty fast because they really only sell those 4 things. And you know, it was pretty good. So we each got a Dole Whip float, and sure enough, Nathan demolished that very, very fast. And I think that's become one of Nathan's must-have go-tos. And if we go back to Disney World, I'll have to make sure that I'll direct him in the to the nearest Dole Whip location so he can munch on Dole Whips. He had to have had like 4 or 5 of those things. You know, I had, I think, 2, but you know, I wasn't in the mood for it. But I had my share of Dole Whip. Nathan had definitely a couple people's share of Dole Whip. So yeah, that's what the Tiki Juice Bar. Now the actual bar itself is nice because it has the dual serving locations. It's right there in front of the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's themed very well with the Tiki Room. It looks really nice, and it serves one of the greatest things ever in the Dole Whip float. So it's definitely a top place to hit. It's very simple, very easy, very elegant, and you know, for what it is and what it serves, this is one of the best places. Now I have the Nate rating for the Tiki Juice Bar, and he says 4.9 for the Tiki Juice Bar. Go get a Dole Whip! Exclamation point. Right now, go get one. Eat it with the face hole on your mouth. That is exactly verbatim what he said. And I actually can't really add too much to that because I think that's actually a very good point. Go get yourself a Dole Whip if you're around Disneyland. If you've never tried a Dole Whip, if you've heard of them and were contemplating getting it and you're going to Disney World or whatever, go get a Dole Whip. Disneyland and Disney World and the processing facility in Hawaii are the only places you can get a Dole Whip float. And it's one of the things that you got to get when going to Disney World. It's just great, and it's, you know, well, you got to like pineapple. If you don't like pineapple, you're not going to like it. But it's a very good soft serve. It literally tastes like soft serve ice cream. Or pineapple soft serve ice cream, and it's delicious. The float is great because they have that. Now this Tiki Juice Bar is very good. The theming is great. They serve it well, and I really enjoyed myself with that. I would highly go again for the Dole Whip and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I did like 2 episodes on Dole Whip, one during the Foodie February, and this one is the place where you can get it. So good stuff there. Go get some Dole Whip because it's nice and cool, and it will cool you down on a very hot day in Disneyland. So what am I going to give the Tiki Juice Bar? Not necessarily Dole Whip, but the Tiki Juice Bar. I want to give this for what it is, where it is, and what it serves its purpose. I like it. I want to give this 5 big stars because it serves Dole Whip, because it's themed very well, it's built into an attraction, and it's one of the things that everybody hits. So it's a very good location. It's a quick service sort of thing. You just stand there, you grab your Dole Whip, and you go. So it's very good. So the Tiki Juice Bar in Adventureland in Disneyland, 5 big stars. Check it out.
And now, a random Disney fact with File91e.
Back when Disneyland Park first opened, it cost just $1 for an adult admission. And parking? Well, you could have done that for just 25 cents.
And that was a random Disney fact with File91e.
Okay guys, the next thing I want to talk to you about today is more summery fun. If you're gonna, you're gonna want to cool down during the summer, and a good thing or a good way to cool down during the summer is by getting on a ride that splashes you, water sort of thing. You know, that's the best way to cool down, or get into a pool. It's usually the best way to cool down. But you know, there are no pools in the parks that you can jump into. So the next thing I want to review for you today is the Grizzly River Run in Disney's California Adventure. Now what these guys say, the Grizzly River Run is a whitewater raft ride, a super headliner. Go in the first hour the park is open or use a fast pass. Not to be missed, you are guaranteed to get wet, possibly soaked, must be 42 inches tall to ride. That's exactly what this is. It's the tallest, longest river rapids ride in the world. Literally, it's the biggest one. This opened on February 8th of 2001 and is located in Grizzly Peak, like I said, in Disney's California Adventure. It's pretty much the only thing in Grizzly Peak. They do have the frontier kind of cabins, or well, not the cabins, but the frontier area. It's like a play area for kids, which is nice. But this is the main thing there. It's right next to Condor Flats, and it's okay. It's the Big Bear Mountain. That, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's not inconspicuous. It's very conspicuous, actually. The Giant Bear Mountain. It's on the other side of it, depending on which way you go. If you go up through past Soarin', that's the entrance. If you go the other way, you got to go all the way around to the entrance. The theming in here is excellent. It looks really good. It's like a very kind of old mining sort of thing. Apparently, the queue used to be all about you know, like extreme sports and things like that, because obviously that's what whitewater rafting is. It's an extreme sport. Why anybody want to hop in a boat and go down river rapids is beyond me, but hey, people do it because people love the thrill, and that's exactly what it was all about. But in the 2007 to 2012 refurb of Disney's California Adventure, they refurbished the queue to be more reflective of the California State Parks, which is really nice. The queue was really, you know, was really cool because you go over some stuff, you go under, there's water rapids, there's waterfalls. It just looks really cool, and they did a really good job with it. It's very California-y, I guess you could say. If you take, you know, very California countryside, you know, as a East Coast person, when I think of California countryside, I think of tall redwoods and forests and rapids and stuff like that. So they did a really good job with that. Now once you actually go on the ride itself, there isn't much history to it because it was there, you know, from the beginning. So let's just hop on it. Once you get into the ride itself, the raft I think holds like 12 people, or 8 to 12. I can't totally trying to count in my head now. I think it's just 8. But anyway, as you go up and you go down, the rafts are actually engineered to spin, so there's a lot of spinning involved. They do have a place where you can put your bag, but it's not watertight, so be warned. You will get wet. I guarantee it. In some way, shape, or form, you are going to get wet on this ride. And it's going to soak you, and you are going to have a fantastic time. This is an 8-minute ride. You mean literally, you're going down this thing for 8 minutes. Well, going up for like a minute, but you're going down for like 7 to 6, 7 minutes, and it's fun. There's so many dips, dives, and going back and forth. It's really fun, and we had a really, really good time. Nathan and I like to get on these things because we like to do a little commentary with it and make people laugh, and we got on it with a bunch of people who were really good sports about it, and it's fun watching people get wet and doing all that. I do believe this was like the last thing that we did that day. Like we went to we did this at around 3 o'clock, and then we went back to our hotel room to kind of take a nap and get out of the clothes and everything, or the wet clothes, and then we came back and hit the parks a little after that. So this was the last thing that we did. I highly recommend that. Make this like the last thing you do or the first thing you do, and then you change. I mean, you can wear ponchos and everything like that, but you're still going to get it. I don't care. You're going to either sit in something, or your shoes are going to get wet. Bring an extra pair of socks if you have to. So just be prepared for this. You will get wet on this attraction. Now, I do have video that I'm going to show you. This is my video on Grizzly River Run. I think it's pretty fun. I really had a good time with it, and I hope you will enjoy it too. So here is our experience with the Grizzly River Run in Disney's California Adventure. Ready, Nate?
We're going to get wet.
This whole place is spinning. Whoa.
Okay. I know. We're getting a bit more rapid.
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be wetness.
I thought that was the big one. I thought I just died.
Did you get your knee?
I was not expecting that.
Did you get your knee?
No. I might be Dennis Miller right now.
They don't know who that is.
Gone.
They don't know who that is.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Nick's fine. He just leaned back. I'm just like... Why? Why? Why was I right under that pipe?
It's a teaser. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
What's happening?
Oh, I know it's coming. I know the wetness.
See it, I can.
I know the wetness is coming. I don't know where it's coming. For all I know, it's going to happen right now. No, it's not. It's fine. We're fine.
That was nice and slow. Okay.
And now we're off.
All right. Let's get back to spinning.
We're going to get a little bit more than spinning.
That's a fair
Grizzly Summit elevation. Oh, it's,
okay, I think it's starting.
here we go.
I told you.
Woo-hoo! Oh, God. Oh, God. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on.
Loud noise. Oh, watch out my back.
Something tells me that's not the worst of it.
I think this is nothing. I feel like this is nothing. Oh, look. Birthday circle. Oh, massage.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
We got the big one coming.
Okay. Nick, you're going to get on backwards.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
All right.
I don't know where we're going.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. We're in a cave.
God, I'm backwards. We're backwards. Spinning again. Whee. Oh, okay. Oh, we're okay. Hazardous current. We have a hazardous current. Yeah, that's pretty hazardous. That's pretty hazardous.
Heads up.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine. We're spinning again. We're spinning again. What is happening? Where has my life gone? Has my life come to this?
It's wet right now. Oh, God. Whiplash. Oh, okay.
Is that it?
Is that it? I feel like, yeah, maybe there's a guy there. No one knows. No, it's not over. It's not over.
Oh, God.
Okay. You're going backwards again. No, you're not. Oh, God. Yes, you are. Okay.
I thought that was it. I'm upset.
I thought we were done.
I need new sneakers.
I need an adult. Yeah, my shoes are wet. My
Okay.
shoes are wet.
Okay.
I'm going to dry my shoes off the room.
Yeah, there's geysers here.
Guys,
We might get a little wet.
all faithful. All faithful.
I'm surprised it's open because of it. Okay. Yeah, we're done. We're done. It's easy.
I believe we're done.
Hey. There you are. Oh.
That was sweet.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. It was a very fun attraction, and I would highly recommend you get on it. They gave it 4.5 stars. Let's see what Nathan gave it. This is the official Nate rating. He said Grizzly is 3.4. Fun water ride, but I hate being wet all day. That's a big thing. Like I said, again, I want to reiterate this just going out. that you will get wet on this ride. So bring a change of clothes, or make this the last thing you do, so you're not just walking around with with wet clothes all day. It's just not fun, not fun. Good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty good. So what am I going to give the Grizzly River Run? I'm going to give this a solid 4. This is a very, very good attraction. I don't do halves, otherwise it would be a 4.5. I hit the nail right on the head with that. And you know, it's a great attraction. Like like I said, it is the longest, tallest, fastest a river rapids ride in the world. So that's the whole world, and it's just great. And I urge you guys to check it out. Bring some change of clothes, or make this the last thing you do again. So check it out when you are in Disney's California Adventure. It's the big giant bear mountain thing. You can't miss it. It's one of the main things that you have to get. Is one of the super headliners and one of the icons of the Disneyland resort area. So awesome stuff there. So Grizzly River Run at Disney's California Adventure, 4 stars. Check it out. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this week's Disney news and reviews. Again, go check out Inside Out. It's the newest Disney Pixar movie out, and from what I hear from my friends and everything, it's very phenomenal. I'm going to check it out this week and review it for you next week, and maybe I'll do another summary type ride. We'll see. We'll see what I can come up with for you. Definitely going to get you splashed, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want people to go down to Disney World, or go over to Disneyland and check all your rides out. It's summertime in Disney World, so it's fun. You got the Frozen Summer Fun thing going down in Walt Disney World now. It's a great time, and summer's a good time to go. I mean, it's hot, but and there are a lot of people, but you guys do some pretty fun stuff with it, and I think it's great. Stay tuned for some bonus videos coming in the next couple weeks. I got some things in the works. I'm trying to get that Disneyland stuff out to you. It's hard to render. It's a long render, and my computer is it can handle it, but it's just tough. It gets redundant after a while. So yeah, part 3 should be coming out soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you are going to Disney World or Disneyland, be sure to go to allers.net, touringplans.com, to wdwmagic.com for our latest and greatest Disney news. MiceChat.com is good too. That's where I get all my Disneyland news. There hasn't been any in a while. They're doing the Disneyland 60 stuff, so that's pretty much it. And yeah, so cool. Last week you got the Where in the Land. And so I gotta get you, I gotta get you good this week. So guys, where in the land am I this week? Bye guys.